Our primary goal at Desert Shadows Middle School is to ensure academic growth for all students. One of the ways that we intend to do that this year is by implementing a new program called STAT. STAT stands for Student Teacher Access Time. One of the challenges that we've faced over the past number of years is we know that students are challenged at certain times in the year in their journey towards success, but there is very little time in the school day for teachers and students to sit down either in small groups or individually to overcome challenges such as, I missed a test and I need to make it up, or the lesson didn't make sense to me the first time and it seems like it did to everyone else, and now we're moving on and I don't understand the material. Or I went to the nurse's office and missed 20 minutes of class and now I don't know where we are in the lesson. In order to offer opportunities for students and teachers to touch base with each other at all necessary times, we've created an uninterrupted 30-minute block in our daily school schedule for every day. And that will take place in the period that you're sitting in right now, which is at the first 30 minutes of fourth period. During that time period, we have reserved teachers and students so they have the opportunity to visit with each other, have access to each other, to do whatever it takes in order to ensure success for all. So, if a student comes to school and the homework didn't make sense from the night before, the student could request to go see a teacher, meet with that teacher, have the lesson retaught, and then work on the homework. If all of the lessons made sense to students, they could use their 30 minutes to do homework in class. If they fell behind on their AR reading, or if they have an after-school activity that will limit their opportunity to read at home or to do homework, they can work on their homework in class. If they were absent and they missed a test, they could go retake a test. If there was a small group of students who didn't understand a lesson, that entire small group could be called in by a teacher to have the lesson retaught as a group. If there's a group project that a group of students need to work on together for a class, they could coordinate time to work together on their group project during STAT. If a student needs to be tutored, we have a National Junior Honor Society tutoring program where individual students can be matched up with honor students to receive tutoring in any subject they need help in the Media Center. The opportunities to use STAT are limitless, and they will also be different for every single student on our campus because the needs for every student on our campus are different. What we will do as a campus, as a team, is work together to identify how each of the students can use the time most wisely and then use the 30 minutes every day for that purpose. I anticipate that some of the students will use some days to read, students will use some days to do homework, students will use some days to meet with teachers, students will use some days to meet with each other. Students may use some days to take AR tests. Students may use some days to go check out a book from the library. The point is, none of that time will be spent at the expense of missing a lesson, which is good, which keeps kids on track in and of itself. But the opportunity to retest, to redo, and to reteach are the reasons why we are implementing STAT on day one of this school year. Again, that's every day, 30 minutes, uninterrupted, starting the first day of school. If you have an idea on how you would like STAT used for your child, please don't hesitate to contact me by email or phone, and I will certainly pass that along to your child's fourth period teacher. The nice part is the STAT teacher for your child will also be your child's fourth period teacher. That does not mean that they have to stay in the fourth period classroom for the entire 30 minutes. They will have the opportunity to be called out by teachers when the teacher feels like there's a need to meet with them, and the students will have an opportunity to request meetings with teachers. So that is our plan. If you have any questions, again, feel free to contact me anytime. We are very excited to implement STAT this year, and we know that it will lead towards greater success for all of our students.